big thanks to Napoleon Grills for sponsoring this episode.
I'm gonna use this to make the best doner you can imagine. Last weekend I had a party, and I shouldn't be saying I had a party. That's highly illegal at this moment.
No, nobody told me that what we were doing was, as you say, against the rules.
Well, I didn't have a party last weekend, but I had the sudden urge of eating fast food at the end of that night. You know, when you're in the city, you're going out and you're with your friends and you've been hammering all evening, and then you need to fill your belly up, because otherwise the next day you're gonna be in trouble. So you're gonna hit that place where you know they got the best doner. So I thought, this week I'm making dinner, but not just any doner. The best doner you've ever seen. It's gonna be super exclusive. And we're gonna make it on a Napoleon grill. Traditionally, doner is made out of really cheap meat. And it depends on which shop you go to, what you're getting. Because if you're drunk and you're going out in the town, you're looking for some food that's gonna fill your belly, it's probably not gonna be the best doner you ever had. It's most likely not gonna be the high quality. They're just gonna look for margin in those shops. Well, today I'm going to change that. I'm going to take the most exclusive thing that comes to mind, the ribeye steak, and make a doner out of that. This is a beautiful USA Black Angus ribeye, a prime roast. This thing is absolutely beautiful, with a great amount of intramuscular fat, beautiful dark red meat, and enough fat on the outside to make a juicy, tender steak out of. I'm not gonna make a steak out of it. I'm gonna use it as my roast. So I'm going to slice it open, basically butterfly it, and create as much surface as I can. Then I'm gonna make an upgraded version for the doner spice mix. I'm gonna use some ras el hanout, which is one of my favorite spice mixes. And I'm gonna mix it up with some suma, which is a traditional Turkish spice that gives us a little bit of acidity, and it's gonna break down the fat. And to boost those flavor, I'm gonna use salt. I'm gonna mix that all up, and then I'm gonna sprinkle it all over our ribeye. And once that's done, we gotta roll it back up, and I'm going to place it on my spit. And now it's time to fire up our Napoleon grill. I know I don't use this grill often, but it's one of my favorite grills. Basically, it looks like a gas grill. But it's one of those sleeper car things where you think it's one thing and then it turns out to be a completely different thing. This is a charcoal grill from Napoleon Grills, and the cool thing about this is you can create a bed of charcoal in it, and then you control the temperature by just lowering the bed. Look at that. And that's perfect for what we're doing today. I'm gonna put that roast on and I'm gonna turn it as a rotisserie, and the fat from the roast is gonna drip down, give us that little hint of smoke that just pops up every time it drops into the fire. But we don't want flare-ups coming from the charcoal, actually burning the outside. We want beautiful, pure caramelization on that perfect piece of meat. As you can see, I moved the roast to one side of the spit, so we have a little room to work with once it's on the grill. So I'm just gonna slide it into the rotisserie and then place it in the slit, and there it sits. Now I'm gonna turn on the rotisserie and let it start rotating. Now it's time to make an epic sauce to go with that meat. And for the base, I'm gonna use grilled peppers. These are very sweet and very tasty. I'm gonna give that a quick blitz. To that, I'm adding a half a red onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1 whole tablespoon of fine salt. I'm gonna let that grind until we have a smooth paste. To finish the sauce, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of a mild olive oil. One more quick blitz and it's done. Make sure you perform your duties as a pitmaster and give it a quick try. Oh boy, that is a good sauce. Look at our beautiful roast. It's almost ready to start carving into it. That caramelization, that is what I'm looking for. We can see the bubbly fat on the outside. Fat is rendering down, spices are starting to cook. This is going to be crunchy on the outside and it's almost time to start carving into it. I'm looking for the pieces that are cooked and that are juicy and crunchy. The absolute best pieces. Look at how good this looks. I'm just carving it off real quick. Just let the roast continue to turn. And now I'm going to show you the trick of having the option of lifting and lowering the charcoal. And I can get the fire in real close. But at the same time, you're gonna see the flare-ups that come from the bottom. So if we want to roast it on the outside real fast, get a good crust quickly, feed a lot of people, we're raising the charcoal and we're going quick. If we need a slow cook, we're just gonna lower it again. And because we rolled up this roast with all those layers of herbs, there's no end to the flavor. So let's finish off strong. Slice open a Turkish bread, put a beautiful paprika sauce on, grill the Turkish bread, and the Turkish bread sandwich is done. But there's one thing that we still need, a good garlic sauce. Now it's time to start working on our second sauce. And it starts by making a mayonnaise consisting of 200 milliliters of oil, adding a burning piece of charcoal to give us beautiful barbecue flavors. Then remove the piece of charcoal, add 1 egg, a teaspoon of coarse mustard, a pinch of salt, a little bit of ground pepper, and then use your blender to turn it into a beautiful creamy mayonnaise. Add the mayonnaise to a bowl and then add the same amount of Greek yogurt. Add a clove of pressed garlic, a pinch of sumac, a tablespoon of fresh chopped parsley, 2 tablespoons of fine diced red onion, a squeeze of lemon juice. Mix that up and now you have the most beautiful garlic sauce you ever had. And that's how we just created a beautiful sandwich made out of ribeye, seasoned with ras al hanout and roasted on the spit, rotating slowly over a fire, combined with a great paprika sauce and a garlic sauce. This is a sandwich to die for. Oh, I needed this last Saturday. I needed it so bad. Now we got it, no more complaining. Here we go.
This is probably gonna be my first time eating this sober. This is really an important moment. Whoa.
This is better. This is way better. This is not what you expect of doner. It's much sweeter. It's so satisfying.
I've never had a doner like this. I don't know where to start. Should I start talking about that red sauce, that paprika sauce, the garlic sauce, or the star of the show? And that's the meat behind me. Okay. Ribeye to use for dinner is amazing. That's the best choice you can make in life.
That beef is amazing. Now you can actually taste meat instead of herbs. This is hard. Can I ever go back to real doner? Or should I just stick with this?
This is also a star of the show. And this is a star of the show as well.
And that little jar over there, that's a star, no, the other one. That one.
This.
Oh.
Yeah. Because of this, we have this.
Because of this, you have this. If you wouldn't have this, that wouldn't be so great. If you wouldn't have grilled paprikas, this wouldn't be so great. This is not the real deal. This is nowhere near authentic, but it's very, very tasty.
Yeah. I suggest that in the Netherlands, all those Döner Kebab businesses should start using ribeye. I know it's a lot to ask for, but hey.
But my suggestion is to make a version that is super exclusive. Like one version of the Döner Kebab that's just mind-blowing good. Like have like the midnight version and then have a day version that you can actually come in for lunch and like have the most amazing doner you ever had.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation.
Yeah.
If you think this is a good idea, just let us know in the comment down below. If you want the recipe, it's on pitmasterx.com. And I just want to say, eet smakelijk.
I'm gonna grab this paper.
Yes?
And now I really need it because I'm gonna make place for the new video.
Ooh. Ta-da. And in the meantime, I just want to say, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling. Big thank you to our patrons and the YouTube members. See you guys next time. Woohoo.